leaders from the education sector have joined us and have heard us. Our partners have had a great opportunity to interact with extensive parent communities. Ma'am, you'll not believe it. There are 2-3 schools who join us from Bangalore. They're on messaging me. They're trying to join in. There is some kind of technical glitch there, so they'll probably watch the recording. Very esteemed guest today is Dr. Bani Aeri, Assistant Professor, Department of Food and Nutrition, Institute of Home Economics, Delhi University. On behalf of the CEO, Srinivas ji, I extend a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much,
Dr.
Nidhi.
Bani Tamber Aeri has done her BSc Honours in Home Science and MSc Food and Nutrition from the University of Delhi. She did her PhD in Nutrition from the Faculty of Science, University of Delhi. She joined Institute of Home Economics University in 2004 as Assistant Professor in the Department of Food and Nutrition. She's guided MSc dissertations, also guiding PhD research. She has several publications in national and international periodicals and chapters. Her areas of interest include management of non-communicable diseases, maternal nutrition, and role of diet in mental well-being. She's guided researchers on management of NCDs and health through wholesome nutrition. बहुत स्वागत है आपका. And very, very happy by all the participants who joined us today. Thank you for doing us this honor. And as we speak, every Sunday Skoolz does this wonderful event where we call people who are eminent from every field, and we have the recordings on YouTube, and the message concerned needs to go out to the entire nation. So I congratulate Skoolz and Srinivas ji for this wonderful endeavor. Prasad, of course, in our tech team has never failed us. What is the importance of balanced diet in school children, ma'am?
So, thank you, Nidhi ji, for this opportunity, and thank you to Skoolz. Actually, very, very important for us to reach out to school children because we keep talking about, health. We keep talking about nutrition. Government of India is pushing. There is Portion 2.0, and we are all talking about nutrition now. In fact, the pandemic did show us that unless we have a good and robust immune system, we cannot ward off disease. And it's important for us to understand that immunity doesn't happen overnight. It's not like कि अगर हम 2-3 दिन vitamin C capsules खा लें and we will become strong and we will ward off diseases. But immunity is a process. It takes time. So this is where the importance of balanced diet comes, and very important for our school children because they are building up their nutritional and health status. What is a balanced diet? A balanced diet means nothing more than consuming food which is available to us from all the basic 5 groups. So the basic 5 groups means अगर हम अपनी थाली देखें तो उसमें अगर हम चपाती खा रहे हैं, चावल खा रहे हैं, that is cereal, एक सब्जी, एक दाल, some salad. If we take a healthy beverage like a lassi or dahi, that's a balanced diet, and we take a fruit after that. So it means that we are balancing out all nutrients. We don't have to sit and start counting calories. We don't have to sit and start counting कि इससे मुझे इतना nutrition मिल रहा है. अगर हम normal healthy balanced diets खाएं तो we will have a good and robust immune system. Not only will we ward off diseases, we will remain healthy. School children will remain healthy, focused, fit. They will be able to participate in sports activities better. Their iron levels will be better. They'll be able to focus more on their curriculum, their co-curricular activities. So they are laying the foundation for health for their future. So it's important that they consume a balanced diet.
Ma'am, rainbow थाली का क्या मतलब है? आजकल कह रहे हैं.
हाँ, रेनबो थाली का मतलब ये है कि जो आप डिफरेंट कलर्स ऑफ रेनबो जैसे हम देखते हैं तो वो हम अपनी थाली पे अगर ले आए, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम फ्रूट्स लें डिफरेंट कलर्स के, वेजिटेबल्स लें डिफरेंट कलर्स के, सीरियल का एक अपना कलर है. सो रेनबो मीन्स a diversified diet. It doesn't mean कि आपने सिर्फ चीनी और रोटी खा ली and you feel कि आपकी calories तो पूरी हो गई, but the nutrients which we get from a series of foods. तो जितनी आपकी diet diversified रहेगी, जितनी आपकी diet ज़्यादा colorful रहेगी, and when I say colorful, I don't mean synthetic colors. I don't mean colors which are added synthetically. I mean colors which we obtain from nature, like fresh fruits which are available. अब winter season है, आप देखिए कितनी सुंदर green leafy vegetables मिलती हैं, carrots and oranges and beautiful colors are available. All these colors we have to incorporate in our diet, and that's the rainbow thali.
Absolutely. मैम, कई लोगों का मानना है कि अब ये चावल और रोटी को बदलना चाहिए, मिलेट्स खाने चाहिए. ये क्या है?
So देखिए,
for especially for gut.
Yeah.
All diseases start from the gut. I was recently admitted because of my gut. not. Maybe some kind
okay.
of food poisoning I had, or
Yeah.
is it water? Is it what? Even I want to understand.
Okay. So, we are celebrating the International Year of the Millets. There is a great push for millets in our country right now. In fact, all over the world. What are millets? Millets are basically grains, cereal grains. These have been in our dietaries for years. In fact, yesterday only we were at a conference and we were speaking about millets and their importance in health. And we were told that about 8,000 years ago, people were consuming
India was,
millets.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
we started it. So, पर हम बीच में भूल गए. We started consuming more refined cereals. थोड़ा easy होता है digest करने को, थोड़ा जल्दी से पक जाता है. So we are, more into convenience foods. So millets are very good cereals. We need to come back to millets because millets are very good sources of fiber. You asked me specifically about the gut health. Now, fiber is very important because it's going to help us, grow the good bacteria in our gut. So, जो millets में probiotics नहीं होते, prebiotics होते हैं. That means they form a base for or a substrate. वो ऐसा एक environment create करते हैं हमारे gut में जिसपे ये healthy और good bacteria grow कर सकते. और when you have a good gut, if you have a strong gut and a healthy microbiome, your gut permeability decreases, आपकी inflammation reduce हो जाती है. Many of the diarrheal diseases, many of the diseases of the intestines are improved. And most important, if you have good gut health, because now it is being said that the gut is the second brain of our body because the gut and the brain are connected through a vagus nerve. So जिन लोग का gut healthy, not only are they physically healthy, but they're also mentally healthy. In fact, studies now show that people are less depressed, less anxious, more happy if you have a healthy gut. What is called the happy
ma'am.
hormone.
The figures are showing very bad anxiety disorders in India. That's for sure, especially after COVID and no jobs available. So we have to really give them this bit about mental health. But before that, let me ask the tech team to play a video. Prasad, since both of us are involved with FSSAI, I think, yes, play this. Virat is the ambassador of
और खाने के
FSSAI.
मामले में एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला है, बस यूं समझिए कि प्लस और माइनस का खेल है. देखिए, आटा, चावल, तेल, दूध और नमक खरीदते समय प्लस एफ के निशान को चुनिए. ये फोर्टिफाइड फूड्स हैं जिनसे आपको संपूर्ण पोषण मिलेगा. और खाने में घी, तेल, नमक और चीनी को कीजिए थोड़ा माइनस. तो प्लस एफ और थोड़ा कम है ना. सिंपल. ईट राइट, स्टे फिट, तभी इंडिया सुपर हिट.
Let's play one, Prasad. Ma'am, can you tell him which one to play out of these? Just can we have the slide again?
Yeah, it's not visible.
Prasad, play one of those. So people will understand what rice fortification is. Let's play that. Ma'am, what is fortification? Oil fortification, milk
So,
fortification?
fortification basically means to fortify, to strengthen, to further add nutrients. So, in the process of, milling and all that, all these processes which these foods go through, some of the nutrients get lost in the process. So what the government is doing now is fortifying. That means it is adding nutrition or nutrients to these foods. Oils are being fortified by vitamin A and D because इनकी deficiencies हमारे देश में हैं. Cereals are being fortified.
What is this process of fortifying?
So
scientifically?
So scientifically, fortification basically means addition of synthetic nutrients, which will add on to the basic nutrients. Or fortification levels जो हैं, they are not very high. So sometimes people feel कि मैंने ये खा लिया, fortified है तो मेरा level high हो जाएगा, मेरे level effect toxic ना हो जाए. The levels which are added are very small. They will add just about 20 to 30% of the day's requirements क्योंकि आप बाकी foods खाकर भी वो nutrients पा सकते. तो जो vehicles और जो foods हम बहुत ज्यादा खाते हैं उन्हीं को fortify किया जाता है. For example, जो iodine fortification है salt की करी जाती है, that's been a very successful campaign because iodine deficiency हमारे देश में endemic थी, especially जो ऊपर वाला रीजन था, हिमालयन रीजन, इस बेल्ट में आयोडीन डेफिशिएंसी बहुत पाई जाती थी. अब आयोडाइज सॉल्ट अगर हम खा रहे हैं तो हम आयोडीन डेफिशिएंसी से बच सकते. सॉल्ट इज नाउ बीइंग फोर्टिफाइड विद इवन आयरन बिकॉज अनीमिया बहुत रैम्पेंट है हमारी कंट्री में. सो दीज फूड्स व्हिच आर कॉमनली कंज्यूम्ड आर फोर्टिफाइड. दैट मींस एक्स्ट्रा न्यूट्रिएंट्स आर एडेड एंड दे आर वेरी वेरी हेल्दी एंड बेनिफिशियल फॉर अस. In fact, I would request all our students and parents to check if the milk they are buying has a plus F logo. So that plus F logo will indicate that your food is fortified or not. So if you're purchasing, say, Mother Dairy milk, it will have a plus F logo. Just look out for that and see if you're purchasing that milk or not. Oils which you're purchasing will have a plus F logo. Salt जो आप purchase कर रहे हैं उस पे भी plus F logo होगा. So these foods are fortified. That means extra nutrients have been added.
मम्मी मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती कि आज मैं कितनी 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 खुश हूँ. I'm so happy. हाँ तो सारी शॉपिंग करनी पड़ेगी, वो छोटे छोटे कपड़े, डाइपर्स, सब कुछ। ठीक है मम्मी। अच्छा हाँ, अमर को ना ये गुड न्यूज मैं दूंगी, प्लीज।
प्रिया, प्रिया,
ये सब क्या है अमर?
तुम्हें क्या लगा कि तुम मुझे बताओगे नहीं तो मुझे पता नहीं चलेगा? हाँ,
अरे क्या पता चल गया तुम्हें?
मुझे सब पता चल गया। ये देखो मैं क्या लाया हूँ। आज से तुम सिर्फ फोर्टिफाइड आटा और फोर्टिफाइड राइस ही खाओगी। इससे तुम्हें विटामिन B12 और फॉलिक एसिड मिलेगा, जिससे तुम्हें कभी थकान भी महसूस नहीं होगी और हमारी बच्ची भी एकदम हेल्दी पैदा होगी। और इसमें आयरन भी है। आयरन हमारे शरीर में कभी खून की कमी नहीं होने देता और एनीमिया जैसे रोगों से भी हमें बचाता है। ये सब तुम्हारे लिए और हमारी छोटी सी गुड़िया के लिए।
गुड़िया? किसकी गुड़िया? कैसी गुड़िया? तुम्हें किसने बोल दिया कि मैं प्रेग्नेंट हूँ? हाँ,
सुबह फोन पे
वो। ओहो अमर, वो मेरे बारे में नहीं, तुम्हारी दीदी के बारे में था। शी इज प्रेग्नेंट।
अब इसका क्या करें?
पहली बार तुमने बिल्कुल सही शॉपिंग की है। I mean, ये सब कुछ हमारे लिए भी बहुत सही है। हमें रोजाना फोर्टिफाइड आटा और फोर्टिफाइड चावल का ही इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए। और रही तुम्हारी दीदी की बात, तो उन्हें भी हम यही गिफ्ट करेंगे।
करेक्ट।
बाय द वे, दिन ब दिन तुम काफी स्मार्ट होते जा रहे हो।
थैंक यू। व्हाट डू यू मीन दिन ब दिन? मैं हूँ स्मार्ट डे 1 से। हेलो।
फोर्टिफाइड राइस और फोर्टिफाइड व्हीट फ्लावर में होता है आयरन, विटामिन B12 और फॉलिक एसिड की नियमित और बारीक मात्रा,
जो अनीमिया और बर्थ डिफेक्ट्स जैसी प्रॉब्लम से आपका बचाव करते हैं।
Wonderful. And what a lovely ad by the Government of India, Food
Yeah.
Regulatory Authority of India.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Ma'am, हमने कई बार देखा है कि बच्चे ब्रेकफास्ट मिस कर देते हैं. Why is it
Yeah.
important to eat breakfast? Is my next question.
So, it's important to eat every meal. It's not, we can't miss any meal. But
No,
it's very important to eat
sometimes doctors
breakfast.
say keep having chota meals
Yeah.
in the middle. That is healthier. Sometimes they say no, have only 2 meals, one at 11 baje, one at 6 baje, 7 baje. So there's a lot of confusion regarding this. Please clear this.
Yeah. So let's start off with breakfast and the fact that we need to have meals at a fixed regular time. So breakfast is important because हम पूरी रात सोए हैं, we have not had a meal. So it's like breaking the fast. That's what the word is. It's very important for school children because वो सुबह उठ के जा रहे हैं, स्कूल जा रहे हैं, स्कूल में physical activity कर रहे हैं. Many a times
Maths
we
पढ़
feel
रहे हैं,
कि
English पढ़ रहे हैं.
हाँ, many a times we feel that वो assembly में खड़े खड़े बहुत सारे बच्चे faint हो जा रहे हैं.
Faint हो जाते हैं. होता है,
Because वो
हर
कुछ
जगह
खा
होता
के
है.
नहीं
Yes.
आए होते, वो थक जाते हैं खड़े खड़े, गर्मी भी होती है, बहुत सारे बच्चे इकट्ठे होते हैं. So we have to start our day with a punch. It's like कार में फ्यूल चाहिए, वैसे ही हमारी बॉडी में फ्यूल चाहिए. We need that glucose, we need that push to start. The other thing about breakfast is that a lot of studies have shown that जो बच्चे breakfast करके स्कूल जाते हैं, they are sharper, they're academically sharper, their performance in tests is better because the breakfast will give you the needed glucose, or glucose is the only thing that the brain gets or wants. Glucose is the energy which is needed by the brain. So we want our child to be well prepared to start our day. So I would request all the students watching this to definitely eat something before school. It could be a banana, it could be a sandwich, it could be a cup of milk. Please have something. Do not go empty stomach to school. It's just not good for health. The second question you asked me, Nidhi ji, is that sometimes you say कि छोटे-छोटे meals regularly खाने चाहिए, which is also important. Because what happens is we kind of compile all our, we feel कि अगर breakfast नहीं खाया तो मैं बहुत बड़ा एक lunch खा लेती हूँ, पूरा दिन का nutrition पूरा हो जाएगा. So it's a way, it's not a healthy way to eat food. We need to have food at regular intervals because the body starts thinking कि मुझे खाना बहुत देर तक नहीं मिलेगा. It sort of starts conserving energy. In fact, this is a very good technique for weight watchers. If you are trying to lose weight and if people say that one meal versus a small frequent meals, then people suggest small frequent meals because the body kind of knows that मुझे कुछ खाना मिलने वाला है. It doesn't, the metabolism remains high. It doesn't save any energy. and we are healthier. The third question you asked me was about intermittent fasting, I think, and that is when you have gaps between meals. Now, this is a concept which it's a newer concept which is used by people, by physicians, by dietitians to advise people who are on a clinical reason trying to reduce weight or control their other metabolic diseases. This is not meant for school children. I would never advise a school child to do
Yeah,
intermittent fasting. So it is to be done under the supervision of a nutritionist, a dietitian, or a doctor. So basically, it is you eat for a period of 8 hours and then you fast for the remaining. So you finish all what you have to eat during those 8 to 10 hours and then you fast throughout. So that is intermittent fasting done for specific disease conditions, not advisable for school children.
Absolutely. मैम एनीमिया के लिए क्या करना है? एनीमिक क्यों हो जाते हैं बच्चे? क्यों इतने हेमोग्लोबिन क्यों उनका लो हो जाता है? क्या खाना चाहिए उनको बेसिकली?
So देखिए, anemia is a problem again with huge problem with our children, pregnant ladies, even men are anemic. अब ऐसा नहीं कि we can say that only women and children are anemic. The requirement for iron in our body is very less. बहुत थोड़ा सा iron चाहिए होता है. It's a micronutrient. But the problem is हमारी जो diets ज्यादातर cereal based हैं, तो जो थोड़ा बहुत iron हम खाते भी हैं, वो ज्यादा अच्छे से absorb नहीं होता. So 2-3 चीजें बहुत ध्यान से अगर हम करें तो हम fit रह सकते हैं, हमें anemia नहीं होगा. Most important is consume a balanced diet. तो अगर आप नॉन वेजिटेरियन हैं, तो आप अगर चिकन, मटन या एग खा रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है. इसमें अच्छी मात्रा में आयरन होता है और इसकी बायो अवेलेबिलिटी बहुत अच्छी होती है. बट अगर आप वेजिटेरियन हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको अनीमिया हो जाएगा. इनफैक्ट वेजिटेरियन है तो आप बिल्कुल अपना लेवल अच्छे से मेंटेन कर सकते हैं. सो आयरन जो है हमें ग्रीन लीफी वेजिटेबल से मिलेगा, आयरन हमें पल्सेस से मिलेगा. सब दालें जो हैं, इनमें हर फॉर्म ऑफ दाल विल हैव सम आयरन और दी other. These foods will give you iron, but the good thing is that if you combine this iron with vitamin C, जैसे अगर हमने पालक का साग खाया या सरसों खाई या ये सर्दियों में बहुत अच्छी चीजें मिलती हैं और हमें खा लेनी चाहिए. But अगर हमने during the consumption of the food, if we take vitamin C, it's in the form of अगर आपने नींबू पानी पी लिया खाना खाने के बाद या हरी चटनी खा ली, so this vitamin C will absorb the iron better. हम क्या करते हैं कि ये चीज पे ध्यान नहीं देते. The second thing is that we also need to have personal hygiene. So it's also
मैं माफी चाहती हूँ यहाँ रोकने के लिए आपको.
जी
मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि हमने पालक लिया, मेथी ली, कुछ भी लिया, अब वो 3 दिन पुराना है, 4 दिन पुराना है. इससे बेहतर आजकल जो सप्लीमेंट वाली इंडस्ट्री बहुत चल रही है, एम्बे जैसे है, हर्बल लाइफ न्यूट्रिशन है, तो ये क्या गोलियां लेनी चाहिए बच्चों को या उनको खाली हरी सब्जियों से, वो मंडी से लेनी चाहिए, मदर डेयरी से लेनी चाहिए? बहुत दिक्कत है मैम, कीड़े लगे होते हैं हरी सब्जियों में.
So the thing is कि I will not promote any supplement, synthetic supplement. But देखिए, सब्जी आप मदर डेयरी से लें, मंडी से लें, देख के लें, लोकल वेंडर से लें.
कैसे पता है कि वो सब्जी, वो बैगन जो है उसको इंजेक्शन देके नहीं बड़ा किया गया है, लौकी को? How do you know? Nobody knows.
So, no one knows. We have to just rely on the ethics of the people who are selling us these things because we can't get inside it. But mostly, if you are purchasing, say अगर मदर डेयरी से सब्जियां ले रहे हैं, कई बार लगता है कि वो थोड़ी पुरानी लगती है, but I'm sure mother dairy will ensure that the vegetables are sourced from good sources. But it depends on the ethics of the people who are selling it. पर अगर आपने ले ली हैं, आप उसको अच्छे से धोएं, अच्छे से साफ करें, in running water, wash it well, clean it well, cook it well for a good period of time. I mean, that's all that we can say, but we cannot figure out what is happening inside the vegetables. But mostly things are not so bad. So let's not, paint a very bleak picture of things which are available. Absolutely. So if our children are consuming a balanced diet, they will not need supplements. But the government is providing supplements to school. Government schools do have once a week that blue tablet which is given to school children. So that should be more than enough.
What is that blue tablet? This is very interesting.
So this blue tablet is given by the government of India to school children, which is given once a week. I think Wednesday is the day. उसमें जो iron की मात्रा है वो it's like dosed for that. I think it is 20 milligrams of iron which is given in that blue tablet for school children, and for adolescent girls this is a red colored tablet which is given, which has a higher amount of iron. So if it is given, if it is being
because provided, a lot of girls do lose a lot of blood in menopause,
in Minaki.
Period.
Minaki, yeah, during their period. So it is something which is natural. So therefore, the requirements for adolescent girls for
What
iron
about
is higher.
menopause? What about menopause?
So in case of menopause, the requirements of iron decrease to the extent that they come back to the normal level, which is, I mean, कम नहीं होती हैं, वो normal आ जाती हैं, बड़ी नहीं होती हैं. But menopause के बाद calcium की requirement ज़्यादा हो जाती है, because the calcium requirements increase because the hormone imbalance takes place. So women have to be very careful about calcium supplements as well as other diseases, like, you know, female hormones that way are very protective. But once menopause is attained, levels of blood pressure, lipids, they all go high. So we have to be very, very careful after menopause.
And now, a very interesting question for children. What are ultra-processed foods and so-called junk foods? Why are they so harmful for health, ma'am?
Okay, so this is very interesting, and I really hope our children are able to understand this. So there is processing तो हम करते हैं हर चीज की. अब जैसे अगर I'll give you an example, अगर हम आटा खा रहे हैं वो भी एक processed food है, क्योंकि हम गेहूं तो खा नहीं सकते हैं, वो चबा नहीं सकते, तो उसको हमने प्रोसेस करके, प्रोसेस का मतलब है कुछ उसमें प्रोसेसिंग या कुछ टेक्निक से उसको ऐसे फॉर्म में बना दिया गया है जो कि हम इजिली कंज्यूम कर सकते हैं. सो दैट आटा इज अ प्रोसेस्ड फूड और अ मिनिमली प्रोसेस्ड फूड. सो एनीथिंग व्हिच इज कंज्यूम्ड डायरेक्टली, लाइक हम फ्रूट्स तो डायरेक्टली खा रहे हैं, सब्जियां डायरेक्टली खा रहे हैं, दीज आर नॉन प्रोसेस्ड और मिनिमली प्रोसेस्ड. मगर अगर इस आटे से हम कुकीज बना लेंगे जो कि बिस्किट्स बाहर मिल रहे हैं पैकेट में, दीज आर अल्ट्रा प्रोसेस्ड फूड्स. सो अल्ट्रा प्रोसेस्ड फूड्स आर बेसिकली foods which have ingredients which are more than 4 or 5 ingredients which are synthetic or chemicals. तो ये जो कोई भी चीज जो पैकेट में मिल रही है, like instant noodles, instant soups, these are ultra processed foods. White bread which is mass produced is ultra processed. Now why are these foods bad? Because they have a high amount of chemicals added to it, they have preservatives added to it, they have colors added to it. So कभी कभी खा लिया, there is no harm in that, but regularly खाना is harmful because ये जो foods हैं इसमें ज्यादातर कैलोरीज होती हैं, इनमें ज्यादातर they are devoid of fiber, they have less amount of nutrients.
बच्चों को बोलो कि आप मैकडोनल्ड एंड डोमिनोज बैन है तो बच्चा घर ही ना है.
Again, I'm
my
not
child. She's come back from the hospital and she's on McDonald's, McD.
So I'm not going to name any brand again here, but yes, these ultra processed foods are not healthy at all. Of course, we require to be pamper our senses sometimes. So I'm not saying कि आप बिल्कुल नहीं खाएं, आप खाएं, खुश रहें, but उसको balance out करें. अगर हमने 10-15 दिन में एक दफा मैकडॉनल्ड्स खा लिया या कहीं और जाके पिज्जा खा लिया, कोई और बर्गर खा लिया तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट आप उसको बैलेंस रखें, आप घर में पूरा खाना खाएं, आप पूरा दाल खाएं, सब्जी खाएं. अगर राजमा बन रहे हैं तो उसमें नाक नहीं चढ़ाएं, कोई और सब्जी बन रही कह रही है कौन सी सब्जी वो नहीं करें. और नट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आपको बादाम खाने हैं, वॉलनट्स खाने हैं, पीनट्स खाने हैं, सब नट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
अच्छा, peanuts are also very good.
Peanuts are very important as well because all these nuts have a very good proportion of the good type of oils which our body needs.
अगर कोई नॉनवेज नहीं खाता है, वेजिटेरियन है, तो प्रोटीन के लिए प्रीबायोटिक आप रेकमेंड करेंगे? क्या होता है प्रीबायोटिक?
So देखिए, proteins are separate and prebiotics are separate. So let me talk about proteins first. So proteins जो अगर non-vegetarians हैं, so जो vegetarians हैं, sorry, तो उनके लिए pulse proteins are the best proteins to have. And if they are milk consumers, milk and milk products are very good sources.
अच्छा,
of protein. पनीर खाएं, दूध पिएं, लस्सी पिएं, दही खाएं, smoothies बना के पिएं. In any form you want to have it, or any form of pulse, उसका सूप बना लें, दाल का सूप बना लें, खिचड़ी खा लें. Cereal pulse combination जो है वो best form of protein है. और soybean is a very good protein. Soya milk is a very good source of protein. If they're consuming eggs, sometimes people consume eggs. So eggs are a good source of protein. So protein खाना, is amount is not important. The quality is also important. Sometimes nowadays youngsters are saying हम gym जा रहे हैं, हम synthetic protein supplements खाना शुरू कर देते हैं, या फिर हम 6 अंडे का ऑमलेट खा रहे हैं. Extra things are not needed at
muscle
all.
building.
Muscle building. See, unless you are a competitive sports person, मतलब अगर आप एक competitive sports में participate करते हैं, yes, I understand, हो सकता है आपकी protein requirements high हैं, या आप एक body builder हैं, या आप weight lifting कर रहे हैं, but normal day to day life के लिए, और अगर आप gymming भी कर रहे हैं, उसमें भी आपको ये supplements की जरूरत नहीं है. In fact, I would like to warn our teenagers कि ये जो synthetic supplements हैं, they are very concentrated. इससे kidney पे भी असर हो सकता है. So we should be very careful. Ma'am,
this was a very, very interesting session. I need one more session with you.
That's great. That's great.
so that the children also join in here and we talk about it again. What is the role, lastly, of exercise and yoga? We're already running out.
Yes, I'm going to wind up in 5 minutes. So most important is exercise. So we've been saying balanced khao, ye khao, processed foods kam karo, चीनी कम करो, तेल कम करो, etc. But ये सब करने के अलावा जो सबसे जरूरी चीज है physical activity. We are just sitting these days. हमारे बच्चे भी आजकल बैठे हैं, क्लास में बैठे हैं, घर आके स्क्रीन पे बैठे हैं या वीडियो गेम खेल रहे हैं. ज्यादातर इनकी एक्सरसाइजेस भी जो काम भी कर रहे हैं, स्कूल का स्क्रीन से मिल रहा है उनको, गूगल कर रहे हैं. So physical activity is very important because once you're physically active, आपके muscles strong होंगे, आपकी the oxygen saturation of the muscles is better, your brain is more active, you feel more happy. There are endorphins, which are these chemicals which are released, which will make you feel so positive and nice. So physical activity will give you good health, physical activity will give you good mental health, you will be happy, you will be satisfied, you will do well in studies, and you will be proud of yourself. Your parents will be proud of you.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Bani Tamber Aeri, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
And as suggested, after 2 weeks, I'm repeating this. We'll talk of muscle building and the several questions that are left out. I'd like to thank you from the entire team of Skoolz, especially the CEO, Srinivas ji, who's had the vision and foresight to have this program going.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you,
this
Prasad,
invitation.
for the wonderful tech support, and namaskar to all.
Namaskar
Thank you
to
for
you.
watching.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.